1. We are going to review the storybooks. Not all Londoners wear hats. The day David wasn't there. How the moon is made of cheese. And you and the babysitter. Mr. Mistake-o. See the paper sheet. Not all Londoners wear hats. Chapter 5. We were so worried, Mom said. What did you do? Son told his parents everything. I also tried on the policeman's hat, said Son. His tail black hat? Asked Jinhee. Yes, but it was too big. Son nodded. It covered my eyes. The next day, the family went touring again. Mom, Jinhee, and Son stood next to two big black and gold gates. Smile, called Dad, and he took a pun. Buckingham Palace is very special, is it? He said, and it has finally stopped raining, sang Jinhee. A shiny black car drove past them. Son saw a white glove wearing at him through the car window. It's the Queen, he shouted. It must be the Queen. She's wearing a big fancy hat. Can we go and buy our hats now? Asked Jinhee. Sure, said Mom. Ready, Son? I've decided I don't want on. Son smiled. Not all Londoners wear hats. Chapter 1. Son looked out of the train window. Big raindrops ran down the window. Can I buy the hat? Son asked. Of course. Son Mom was surprised. What type of hat do you want? Son showed his parents and sister Jinhee a picture in his book about London. The picture showed a rain day with people wearing hats and hold umbrellas. Son went to get a hat so he couldn't be just like a Londoner. There are many famous places to see in London, said Son. He turned the pages in his book. Will we see Buckingham Palace? Yes, replied Dad. He must go there. So Leo wants to go to Buckingham Palace place. He wants to see the royal family. Do you think the king drinks tea? Asked Son. My book says that English people like to drink tea. What do English people like to eat? Asked Jinhee. On breakfast they eat eggs and bacon. For lunch they eat fish and cheese. Are you sure? Asked Mom. I read it in my book, said Son. What else does your book say? Asked Jinhee. Real Londoner wore hats, Son said. Ladies wore big fancy hats. Men wore round black hats. Even kids wore hats. Jinhee decided she else wanted to buy a hat. Mom said they could all but buy hats in London. Now see the paper sheet. Okay. The day David wasn't there. Chapter 3. The class began with history. David favored subject. He knew the answer to all Mrs. Cooper's questions, but Mrs. Cooper never called in because she couldn't see his hand raised. David rolled his pencil back and forth, feeling ignored and crabby. Wasn't there anything he could do about this? He rolled his pencil, that was it. He raised his pencil and Mrs. Cooper called on him. As long as he held his pencil, everyone knew he was there. Or went well until after lunch. Mr. Cruz was on playground duty. No pencil on the playground in the set. David tried to explain, but Mr. Cruz was strict. I don't care how invisible you are, he said. Either give me the pencil or sit down. David hated being invisible so much that he looked towards the bench by the door behind him. He heard John say, "May I go with him?" John caught up with David and they sat down the bench together. It cheered David up to have John with him.
Chapter 5. The next morning when David woke up, he lifted his hand. There were his fingers. "I can see me," David smiled. After he got dressed, David put the battered baseball cap in his backpack to return to John. Hopping down the stairs, he wondered if invisibility was catching. Would John become invisible next? David raced upstairs and grabbed his tightened baseball cap just in case.